Nalyo mtu ebi nebina ndabire dasha nembe n'omusajja wange sagala I don't want to hear you sagala kulya ng'ofuuwa ng'okola ki ebyo byonna sagala kuwulira. I wanted something perfect and clean.
Wow.
But as I grew up, I got to understand men in a different way. Nentegeera nti okay, they are human. They go through all they can also get stressed. They nabo bayomba sometimes, all these things. So love right now nga bwe nkuze is accepting who somebody is totally.
Wow.
Yes, and learning to just work with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kati now is Cindy the King herself in love? Or
right now, absolutely, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's why we saw the other thing they are proposing to you.
Yes.
You said yes.
Yes, I said yes. I absolutely said yes.
Okay.
We had been about to together is that we tried to date for 4 years.
Serious?
Yes,
with him?
Yes. Now meeting and shooting a Bella. Bella was 4 years ago. Yeah. So after Bella is when we started to date and go out, and it progressed. Meeting abantu bene meeting abange. By the time he got to propose, Katrina were to say.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Is it the kind of a guy go aliononyambula mubo nogamba yes. I've got a perfect man. Wembadde noonya kati mufunye, let me settle with him.
Kati omanyi bw'otuula onowandika listi ze z'abasajja usually owandika what you want, not what you need.
They are two different things.
They are very different things.
What you need and what you want.
What you need and what you want is very different. Something that you need okitegeera kikutuuse konoga, oh my God,
I wanted this.
Every day I needed this. Every day I needed this. Oyinza okubanga what you want is kasekse kamasape, kali small, bichi, portable, koteeka mu kirabu naye kyeweetaaga oli omukyala atudde waka agambe kulikayo ssebo. Kitegeera that local woman who gives you that local love, authentic nga maama wo nga jjajjaawo. Kati ekyo okimanya only when you meet the woman. Is when you feel like, oh my God, I like how she talks to me. I like how she respects me. Naye bw'oba onoonya want, most of the time ogenda tunya buli obuwala obw'amasape, obwogenda kweragira ku mikwano gyo ntula nawambye okitegeera, but what you need is the peace that other woman gives to you. Kati I think when I was listing my lists
of men
he would never make it through the list.
Serious?
No.
Gatalimu?
Yali talimu. Maybe yalimu like 25%, 30%.
The ones you want.
Benali njagala nga bebo. When I met him, I realized he's what I need, not what I want.
Serious?
Yes, it's definitely what I need into omuntu. When I know wulire dembe, you just abeera wawonga, there's nothing he has done, but you just, as a woman, you feel protected, you feel loved, you feel cared for. It's not physical. It's just the comfort you feel nga wali. And a lot of times I'd never seen that. Sakula natate waka. So I've never known how it feels to have a man's protection, a man's sichimanyangako, until I met Prince, and I felt that comfort and that peace, and I was like, I needed this. I like this. I can live with this.
But you got what you needed.
Exactly, I got what I needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kakati walite tewamu had times nga kugambako nomugaba sigwe bwenjagala oba biki bino we biti tewamu menyamu
na kati Prince is a Lugbara man.
Yes.
But very straight. Olusi chinyiza. Sometimes it's annoying because see omuntu nti ayita ku bali.
He was
very straight with me from the first day. He was very straight. Nangamba nti sagala kuzanya. I do not want to play. So if you're in the mood of playing, ndekangende, because I'm grown, I am tired. So akudana kutwale out too smart kole tuchatwe buzabuze. Zenkwagala. Yes, I love you and I love you. I want to keep you. So take your time. You tell me when you're ready. What? And if you don't want, tell me. And that was it. I was like, shit.
Tandika birowozako nti owayo omuntu.
And I was like, mpayo date bidi satu nsale. I was like, okay, let's go out on a date. Netugenda. And after 3 or 4 dates, I was like, you know what? I want to do this.
Wow.
I want to do this. No man has approached me like that. She has all been, let's go out, spend some money. But when I met him, I realized I need a man who's serious like that. Because the meetings are batali serious. Exactly. Katuna meeting and I that seriousness. Nentula nenchiroza and I was like, you know what? I need this right now.
Wow.
I'm 35 now. I need this. Yeah, so nenta netu dating.
Okay.
Yes.
Teyakuti amuligamba nti king ono ddala she's a king. King ono like ayina ebintu byenjawulo atagenda kukola bino byenjagala. Teyakityamuko.
In the very beginning industry yitagitegeerako ddala. So bwe yatuuka waliwo bingi nnyo ebyamusurprisinga. Ate first we naye yali tamanyi nti no senior manager. Yali alowooza nina omuntu ankwasaganyiza buli kimu, you know, nga every female artist bwabeera. So yali shocked nti no business yange I actually run it. Ndi hands-on with everything that I do. That of course I can't do everything myself, but I'm hands-on to if I hire you, I am with you every step of the way. Yes, that's how I handle business. That's the only way you stay unique. Otherwise, abantu bagenda teekamu ebirungo by'abalala mu business yo. Yes, so you have to be there to make sure nti byonna ebirimu yeegwe. So I'm very hands-on na buli kimu kyenkola. Ekyo nakirealizing n'ategeera nti waliwo promoter abayaaye, waliwo oluusi lwe tulwanira essente zaffe, ebintu bwe bityo, you know. So he got one thing that I did is that I made sure nti ali mu life yange ne mutwala ku shows ng'abantu bamulaba balowooza camera guy wange.
Hey, serious?
Yes.
But tebakusubiriza that you guys are in love?
Not at all, because that's what I'm saying, that when you look at him, you don't see what Cindy needs. You don't see what Cindy wants when you look at Prince. You know, but he's what I need.
So yagamba nti namwe Prince waffe.
Yes, yagamba nze ndibwe nti I'm a family person. Anyumya is about his past relationship and what happened and how he doesn't want to go back to that situation.
In fact, yogedde ku past relationship we had nti yalekawo like Cindy yaleka this guy n'alekawo family ye then n'agenda naawe.
It's just kituufu. They had broken up way before, you know, and they had a child to look after. Ngera nange wendi ne tata w'omwana. So they were looking after a child. Nenga ebyokuba she's dating, he moved on. Like, you know, there's no problem. It was just a rumor. Chovola yengo omukyala talina kye yayogera. It's just that people
twagala nnyo okwogera ebitatukwatako.
Twagala ebyonoonesa byebinyuma okunyumyako. So, you know, so I understood that whole situation negitegeera. You know, then we started our relationship. Okay,
then about your dressing, family, is it area where now, the way you dress according to the stage, never complaining.
Of course, in the very beginning, mikono je jaiji mugamba. That's
not the time.
See, kuchoyagala si oyo muyayi. Yes, oyo muyayi oyo mukubi walago oyo muwala era mugenda kwera mu njaga mu mwenge kuva ku macha paka gulu.
What?
Ngamba, you're a serious man. You cannot date a chick like that or you're busagisa. Yeah. So there's so many of his family members who were like, they didn't know who I was. So they told him all these things and discouraged him. Then he's like, you don't know the woman. You know, you just hear what they talk about her. Yes. Media etambuza kyo kye baagala okukola ki? Okutambuza n'okutunda, because that sells. Because if you talk about the normal Cindy, that's boring to talk about because I'm a normal woman. It's boring. Tebinyuma. So when they go to meet me, when I remember meeting her, is when it clicks that she's actually different. Yes, there's two sides to her. That's the Cindy to make money. That's the brand that makes money. But when she's at home, she's somebody else. So they started to like me that way, and it became easier.
Okay.
Yes.
Cindy oli muntu nzane mleta newe nnyo kulanga like you're with Prince cause manyi Cindy like size ye eddalu lye muntu wa bazungu.
When nali nkula, of course nalina amalo g'abazungu nga tubalaba ku TV. Then also nakula mami wange yita school fees waffe. Nengenda mu company bagita Compassion International.
Okay, ngewerera ku bana.
Ewerera abana baba mulekwa because we didn't have our father. So a white woman took me through my school. Mpaka in fact until senior 1. Yes, that's cutting of course you write letters, communicating pictures. So I grew up thinking white people are good people. You know what I mean? Like it grew into me. So when I said dating, I was around white people at church. So I started to, you know, those are the people I started dating. Went to a time called dating abazungu. But when I dating tata omwana wange, the first time we like dated and we're together, because you know we're together 10 years. So wetwabeera wamu nentegera abazungu engeri gye balimu, how they are mostly atheists, tebabelieving mu Katonda, ebintu ebyo tebalina culture.
Okay, tebalina Katonda mu bo.
No, Katonda is a choice.
Serious?
Yes, it's not like us Africans. God is not a choice. You know what I mean? It is exactly.
Ochimanyi God is there.
Exactly.
I have to fear
it is
God.
Not a choice.
Yes.
But for white people, it's a choice.
Hey.
Yes, you have to explain why God is there where.
What?
Yeah. So for them to buy a religion, to buy a culture.
Okay, yeah.
So as I grew up, I said, saying, taina God, taina culture. You know, like it said to affect me. I saw my daughter growing up, and that's how we grew apart.
Okay.
Because nakula wongo bange nebukula kati njagala something different. I want something deep. I want a child who knows God, who has culture, fukamirako ku bantu, respecting abakulu. You know, like such things. Other than raising a child at talina
ground.
Exactly, there's no ground. So I started to value such things. Then we changed, and that's how we broke up.
Okay.
Yeah. So agamaloganzi gwako. After that, I decided I don't want white men.
But are you in touch with him to get about the one and
every day?
Serious?
Every day we're in touch. We talk about our child every other day.
And Chris is okay with that?
He has to be. He has a child as well.
Okay.
You know, he has to be, because that's a part of my life which I can't change. You know what I mean? There's nothing to do.
And kati famanyifa abachala sendi wetukula like oba wozaala omwana and you separate with a guy but yagana kumuuliza yadde okumuwa omwana
nali bwentyo omanyi nga mwakekyawa muba mukyayinamu love muli banyivu but they still love. There's that bond. You can't just kill it. Since ne Mario twali together 10 years kyantwalira emyaka to actually break up with him. The cabin we were breaking up naye and still wawuli anti alina omukazi kikuluma kati I had to get to a point that I don't care, that I'm happy for him, you know, ebintu ebityo and I had to forgive and you know just kill the bond and let it go. That's not, I'm not going back to that. I don't want it. I want something else. It takes time. You tosobola kyawa musajja leero enkya n'ofuna omulala.
Exactly.
Oyinamu kano
kakyalimu oba okyamuluma
kaba kakyalimu ne oba okawaka n'otya.
Kyogamba Sindi bwe tugaana batata b'abaana yaffe okulaba abaana kiba kitegeeza nti tukyabaagalamu.
Yes, oba olina obusungu. You're still angry, yes. Bangoloza, you know, he wasted my time. He doesn't deserve my child because your body got torn for this kid. So you feel like that is yours, you know. So when he's not in your life, yeah,
what should we do?
You need forgive the guy. It's hard. You know, it's hard. I broke up with Mario and I kept going back. I kept going back and going back. I can't. Bonde
ogamba nyina omwana musajja muzungu mugagga aliwo birowoozaako owulira
wamanyira ng'obeera wakana omanyi kino zino essaawa aba akomyewo kino kyakola in such a situation yalikoze bw'ati. Those things stay in your mind. So kikutwalira obudde, weewa obudde. You give yourself time. Neewa obudde ng'amanyi ki. Before I met Kenny, I took time to just forgive that situation. You know, singa samusonyiwa singa tukyalwana mukimanyi twagenda mu court, we were fighting for custody because we were mad at each other. Era tukwana amanyi ki kino tugenda kikola mpaka ddi.
Weebuulirira ng'omuntu.
Yes, nga neneebuulira ng'omuntu ng'amanyi ki musajja musonyiwe. You know, you were in that situation, do you want to go back? No. So let it go.
Okay.
Nemusonyiwe, that's how we started to communicate.
Oba wamala kufuna Kenny n'olyoka weerabira that guy. Ko batugamba nti like okubeerabira relationship eso kolina gatawawo.
Si kituufu because if this relationship breaks, you're going to go back to that. Buli ono omusajja wakudisappoint ogenda gamba kale oli yali bw'ati. Because tonnakisonyiwa, tonnakita. Naye bw'okita ono ne bakudisappointinga atya takuzaayo ewooli.
Olina omukisa.
Amina.
Kenny yakyala. Ona proposes. Ekintu kino kikola otya? Afa abasajja nga tebabitukola Sindi bannange. Tukole tutya?
Olina okuyiga engeri y'okukwatamu omusajja if
you want to ekyenjawulo ky'okulaakulako eyo Sindi kitugambe naffe tukiyige.
Simanyi kisinziira.
Oba mukisa just.
Kisinziira. I think the main things which I take time with is getting to know the guy. Getting to know the guy means okubira banne. Nobabuuza befriend his friends, his sisters, be basinga omumanya maama we ebyo bwe bityo bakubuulirako because abasajja tebali opening affe tagenda kunyumiza buli kimu, you know, they really speak less, you know, they prefer touching and kissing more than talking to you. Kati oba oyagala kumanya omusajja nti omwagadde leka bino nti ofunye omusajja to we're having a good time, but you love the man, you want to keep him. Those are people who will tell you who he is. You know, they will tell you, omusajja oyo yali bw'ati na bw'ati na bw'ati. Kati obwo obuntu bwe bumusanyusa ne bumukuumiraawo. If they get to know nti bambi wakubidde maama we and he didn't have to tell you. Wakubidde muganda we waba meetings for lunch bikyagamba
hatamanyi behind his back. Okay.
No, it's not supposed to be his initiative. It's yours to get to know him. Ye talina kutwalayo. Gw'okuba essimu n'obabuuza muli mutya biki? You know, tell me more about, you know, I would call Baganda ba Prince ngamba kubira because Prince ali muntu wa bigambo bitono nnyo. So I would call them and ask them, brother what kind of person is he? Ngaba kunyumiza oyo no bwatyo kuva buto nakubulira kuva buto bichi nakunyumiza kati n'omutegeera nti bwati bwe yakula gino emize tegigenda kuvawa because abagina jo since he was 6 years old then bino byonna n'obitegeera kati w'obitegeera abeera easy to understand w'otegeera nti bw'asirika bwati
abalowooza
yes kati tomukaluubiriza otherwise ng'omukazi osobola okunyigira ekintu ekitaliyo yadde nga bambi abadde talina kya meaning ekibi naye because tomutegedde. It's very important to know the guy. When you know the guy, you know what to do. What applies for your man might not apply for mine most of the time. It doesn't apply. But if you get to know him, you know what he likes and you stay doing those things.
Togere ku first date, Cindy. What do you remember ku first date on your prince?
I remember being excited first of all. About meeting him. I was really excited. Yali muntu nga bonga betayogera nnyo. Ayina ebigambo bitono osobola bibala. You know, his words in a day.
Kati nga nawe osirika like
you can count them. Kati mayi I'm a very njogera. I'm a njogera nnyo. So it was weird okubona omusajja nga talina bigambo nga bitono. Ng'oluusi ndowooza obusungu bumuluma. I'd be like, oba ayina kyanyigidde, you know, nga simanyi. Then when I started communicating with the family, nentegera okay, bwati bwali. Then I would not ask when he's angry. I would be like, you know, like I wouldn't start a fight. Just I'd be like, what you wali? I would make peace with it. Yes, I would introduce topics without feeling bad. Yes, to make him speak. Naye, coming back to your point, I think it's more about getting to know the person.
Okay.
Yes.
Munango manyi lwaki nkubuuza ekyo kibuuzo Cindy abakyala on our first date about making a mistakes nyingi the following day guy natakuddamu kukubira yadde okwagala okusemberera.
Oh, actually, because you had asked me about my first date. Yes. I was excited, I was nervous. You know, nali nva ku show because I didn't have time all week. Nga nina show leero n'enkya na luli na luli. So ne mugamba nti show no gye ngenda okukola egenda kuggwa mangu. So bwegwa we're going to, you know, we can meet and have a drink. Okay. So nali nkola show nengo obwongo bwange
buli ku
after party. Buli ku date okumumeetinga later. So after the show yagwa, you know, immediately and I drove and we got to go out and have a good time. So bwe twagenda out where we attended, you know, he expressed himself more. Date yaffe yasooka yali so different because usually first time guy yali shy. Talina byayogera kuwa omwenge because talina kyakubuulira.
Keeping okubeera ng'olina ky'onya.
Exactly. So nagenda out ne guy tanywa mwenge. Tali muntu wa out. Okitegeera. So yambuza oba njagala wine. I'm like, yes, I want to take some wine. So nangulira wine nenga ye tali kunywa mwenge. So it was weird for me okuba ne guy ngali bwatyo. Naye nteeta omwana wange twali tugenda out nga ffenna tutamwenge.
Nga mwena mwenye.
Ne Kenny kye kimu tugenda out ffenna tutamwenge. So for the first time dine guy antunuulidde ali sober. Okitegeera. And then I'm like, okay. You know, and everything is saying he's direct, like this is what I want, A and B and C and D. If you can do this clear, if you can't do this, what? Straight to the point.
Very different person.
Yes, maybe I'm wrong, you know, but this is what I want. So now I'm bullied at there was no wasting time.
Wow. I like it.
Exactly, I like it too.
Because you're straight, Sophia, I want this, njagala kino. Of course. Than okunimbalimba.
Exactly. Kasinga yasanga ndi 19, I would have been like, you know, you're eternal, you know. But because I'm a grown woman, I actually appreciate it.
Wow.
Batulimbye,
sigoweka batulimbye abakyala.
To the point omuntu wayogera ekituufu.